So welcome to our third meeting, and the slide said seminar, but in fact this is not a seminar. We would like to have it as a discussion, and in fact the idea was to have this meeting today to work a bit more on the human networking side of things. But just as a reminder, I'd like to start with a few slides about where we are and why we started this network. And so the idea behind setting up this academic network was to create a community of researchers and practitioners. That would be point number one. So we want to create a community to improve access to TinyML education and to have some nice and innovative solutions which are relevant to the places where you live. But number one is to create a community. So this is the most important point of this meeting. And how do we do that? By having workshops, seminars like this one, lab sessions. You will get to that later. Having this online forum, and hopefully next year an exchange of student projects, lesson plans, real-world deployment, and outreach materials. So when we started this discussion about this academic network, we said that there's kind of three components. So one is training material. And that is, as you will see, available, but we need to pack it in a certain way. Second aspect is equipment. So we know that if you have the training material but you don't have the equipment, then you don't get the hands-on experience, and that is half the fun, I would say. And the third one is the human networking, which is again what we're interested in this network. So when you look at what is available, so not only we have good training material, but we have the best training material, because we have the edX course, we have Coursera material, Impulse, we have Marcelo's fantastic slides. So that is all available. And we thought that by adding this Arduino kit and shipping the Arduino kit to the members of the network, plus setting up human network, we would really set up a network where people would benefit from the material by having the devices and by being able to interact. So let's look at each and every of these points. So training material, again, there's a number of them already available. There's the ICTP course starting in 10 days, but we already produced some additional material. So we had this seminar on September 17th by BJ, about the introduction to ML, to TinyML, in fact, why ML is the future of ML is tiny and bright, and that is available. And you see down there, there's not only the video available, but the slides available as well. October 1st, there was a Marcelo seminar about setting up the software tools for TinyML, and again, the slides are available and the video is available as well. But if you look at this website, which by the way is the website where we will gather all the material, so tinymledu.org, you will see that there's much more. So there is a TinyML specialization on edX, and the course is there, the link to the course is there, but the link to the material is there as well, which means that you can use the same material if you want to teach the same course in your place. But in addition to that, you have the Harvard course, you have Marcelo's courses in Portuguese, but the slides are in English. And then there's the Castellex course, which was given in June this year, where again, the videos and the slides are available, right, Brian? Videos are available for that course as well.
We have slides. There's a permission stick on the videos. I hopefully will be able to post this soon. And by the way, we'll add to this the ICTP workshop when we hold it in 2 weeks. We'll get that on here. We'll add all of that. We'll probably add links to seminars straight from this page. So we're trying to collect everything and post it to make it as easy as possible. And if you create a course, we'd love it if you'd send us some links so we can post your materials as well.
So this is just to say that all this material is available for you to use. And again, if you look at this course given in summer, there's a lot of material, right? So that material, again, can be reused and you can adapt it to your needs. In fact, if you have questions on how to adapt the material, or if you have suggestions on how to make it easier to use, please reach out on Discord. So Bindi is, again, a community, and as we have, at least 20 teachers from the 20 networks, plus, many of you are giving courses, really, reach out, and we're there to help in, using this material. So second point is the, devices. So we love to have, participants like the one on the left. This is Apinum from Thailand, and you see he's really excited about having devices, and that is how we all feel when we have some, devices to experiment with. Issue is that we couldn't buy, unfortunately, these Arduino kits because they're not available. So there's literally no available, Arduino TinyML kit on the market right now. And as we're buying 200, we need to, have 200 available. But the good news is that we're #1 on the list, which means that as soon as they will be available in November, I would say mid-November, according to the latest news, we will be the first ones to get the devices. So as soon as we get them, we will ship them, and you will be able to be as happy as Apinum in this picture. Third component, remember this, human networking, we decided to use Discord for interaction, and there is a number of reasons for that. I would say that it's a nice tool, easy tool, but I think that the most interesting feature is that you can talk to people in rooms very easily. So it's not like, you don't need to log in as in Zoom or join a meeting. You can simply enter in a room and start talking. So as soon as the devices will be there, I hope we'll interact through voice and video using Discord. So we already have 160 members, which is not bad, I would say. And if you are still not a member of our community, please don't forget to log in and introduce yourself. So again, this network, you all know that you're part of the network, but I'm not sure that you know who are the other members. So you see from the geographical point of view, we have Guatemala on the west, and we have Japan on the extreme east. If you look at north-south, maybe it's Japan again in the northeast, and Argentina in the southeast. Anyway, we cover many countries. And here is a list so that you can see the other members. This list is available on the same TinyMLedu.org website. So we have, 2 universities from Colombia. We have Centro Atómico Bariloche in the southern part of Argentina. We have 2 universities in Brazil. We have Universidad de Desarrollo from Chile. We have Universidad del Valle del Guatemala from Guatemala. And we have Católica San Pablo in Bolivia. So there's 8 in the Americas. We have 8 members in Africa as well. So there's Internet Society in Ethiopia. I don't know if you're a member of the Internet Society, but it's a worldwide organization, and they act as a hub in some way. So we have University of Abomey Calavi in Benin, in West Africa, University of Rwanda, which is a center of excellence in IoT. We have University of Turku in Namibia. We have University of Science and Technology in Nigeria, have University of Ifran in Morocco, and 2 universities in South Africa. And finally, in Asia, we have 4 members. So 2 are in Malaysia. 1 is in India, Indian Statistical Institute, and we have Kobe Institute of Computing in Japan, which hosts a master in ICT for development with students from all over the place. So 20 members in total. So roadmap, what have we done so far? So we created a network not long ago, in fact, in July. So this summer, we had the first seminar in September, the introduction to TinyML. We had the second seminar at the beginning of October, in fact, last week in October 2021. This seminar today, and the next activities are going to be the ICTP workshop in 10 days' time. Once we get the devices, the idea is to set up other seminars, a couple of hours long. So the first one, hopefully in December or maximum in January next year, to start setting up the devices. So helping you with the setup of the devices of the programming environment. And then we will start in January to have some TinyML labs, where we go through the examples that are covered in the training material with the devices themselves. Okay, so hands-on activities. We still have no idea how we're going to do that, if it's going to be all together or maybe regional, organized by language, organized by time zone, so we have a bit more time. And finally, the plan for next year is to have some regional workshops. So again, as time zones kind of limit the number of hours we can work together, probably having something for Latin America, something for Africa, and something for Asia is a better idea. Okay, so case studies. We have 4 case studies from members of our network, and we're going to play 2 of them today, just because we have a limited time of 1 hour, and each case study is 10 minutes. So we're going to have one from Brazil about ECG monitoring using TinyML, and the second one from Africa, from Rwanda, about offline prediction of cholera. I think all 4 case studies are incredibly inspirational. So it's great to see what these students have come up with using TinyML. So I'm sure that we'll have many more once you get the devices and once we get started with the real activities with the devices. The other 2 case studies that we will post on Discord are the coffee disease classification with machine learning and the COVID-19 cough detection, again using TinyML, and they both come from Brazil. And I'm sure that we'll get a lot of interest, and you will get a lot of questions, because we have members that are interested in all these 4 fields, but plant disease detection is a very interesting topic using TinyML. So once we go through the case studies, the next step will be having breakout rooms. So the idea is that we start creating a community, so we get to know each other and we find some common interests. So when we set up this network, again, we have no idea what is your interest. Is it teaching machine learning and TinyML? So do you want to work with other teachers and lecturers and professors from other countries to find out the best way to teach TinyML? Or are you interested in applications? Are you more a practitioner that wants to use this new technology to come up with some really interesting and relevant applications? Or are you a student interested in research? So we would really like to offer this opportunity for people to find common interest and work together. And the other point is to create new channels in Discord. So now we created these channels, but you might have better ideas. So maybe creating language channels. So as an example, Marcelo is working with some students in Mozambique, because both are Portuguese speaking countries. So that is one option. Or geography might be that there's some issue that you want to tackle which is specific to your region. So you might work with people that work in your region on some specific topic or interest in general in TinyML field. So next one is about the working group. So all these activities started in a working group that is active as of this summer, I would say. And there's some members shown here. So, PJ, Brian, it's Marcelo, it's Hal, Daniel, many people that are involved, and we all meet once per week for 30 minutes to an hour to discuss, the way forward, what are the news. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. Just send a message on Discord and we will send you the link, and you're all very much welcome. And finally, big thanks to all the organizations that supported these activities. First of all, the Harvard School of Engineering and Applied Sciences that have been support the the kids, this Zoom session, and have been supporting this activity immensely. And there is the TinyML Foundation, Google, Agimpulse, Arduino, and so on. So thank you very much to all the organizations that support us.